Hello everybody and welcome back to Quin Coins, your home for treasure hunting of all kinds. So today we are going to be hunting a $25 box of pennies, and even though I haven't opened a single roll yet, I can already tell you that this is going to be one of the best boxes you will ever see. One of the best boxes, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, so notice how I didn't say that I haven't opened the box yet. I have actually opened the box and I've looked at all of the rolls inside. Now one of the things that I like to do when I open a box is pick out the rolls and take a look at what's on the ends of the rolls and see if there's anything good. So I went ahead and did the same thing with this box, and my God, these are the best enders that I have ever gotten out of a single box. Take a look at them here. So we have 4 that came out of one box. Now that's amazing in itself, but look at the quality of these enders, guys. This top left one here is an old Canadian, 1943, so that's going to be a King George VI. I'll go ahead and throw up an obverse of that so you can see what that looks like. Here we have a nice young head Canadian. It actually has a ton of the luster still left on it. Those are going to be between 1953 and 64, so that's going to be a toss-up. We don't know what that's going to be. Here we have the back of a wheat cent. So this is an American wheat penny. These were made from 1909 up through 1958. And then this is also a wheat penny. You can't tell that, it doesn't have the wheat reverse showing, but it does have a little bit of the year showing, and you can see it's a 1940 something, so we know that that one is going to be a wheat penny as well. Now guys, this doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a great box, but it pretty much does guarantee that. The fact that those all showed up on the end, very statistically unlikely that this isn't going to be a great box, so I'm super pumped to get right into this. We'll go ahead and open these rolls sporadically throughout the hunt, but I'm just going to start on a normal roll right now, and we'll see what we can get. Alright, so I'm going to just take those ender rolls, put them to the side for now, grab the first roll out of the box, and get right into it. Oh, almost forgot to put on the old trusty glove. You definitely do not want to be handling these coins with your bare hands. It gets very disgusting, which you'll see by the color of the fingertips on this glove once we're finished. Alright, now let's get into it. Alright guys, so that first roll didn't have anything interesting here. I do want to point out real quick though that I am going to be pulling out the coppers. So this one had just 5 copper pennies. If you want to know how to identify a copper penny, it's going to be anything before 1982, and some of the 1982s are copper as well. But I did just break into the second roll and saw something really interesting. Looks like we're going to have a dime, and I don't think it's silver. It kind of looks like it's going to be clad, but at least we're making money here, guys. That's going to be a 2002 dime, so fairly new, but I'll take it. That's 9 cents that I didn't have before, so why don't we get into the rest of this roll. Let's just see if we can get anything on camera here, just since we already got it on. May as well just see if we can pull something real quick. I won't be pulling coppers yet. I'll just go ahead and scan real quickly for wheat cents or anything interesting. There's a 2009 right there. I know a lot of people collect these. They're a little bit harder to find, so that's going to be a 2009 log cabin. And just looking real quick here, guys, it doesn't look like there's anything in that roll, but we will get on to the next and see if we can find something good. Alright guys, so we're sort of off to a slow start. I'm about 4 rolls in and still haven't found anything old or desirable other than those 2009s I showed you earlier, but I guess I missed it on this one. I had another dime in the roll. This one's a 1992. Really strange, but you can see this is all we've got so far. A couple of 2009s, a couple dimes, and then there's an old beat up Canadian penny. But 2 dimes so far. At this rate we'll probably make $1 or $2 off the box if we can keep this up. Alright guys, so the very next roll I spotted my first wheat penny. It came out that side up, so we'll go ahead and flip it over and see what we got. 1953 Denver. Alright, we'll take that. We'll put it up here with the rest of them. Let's just real quick go through here and see if we have any friends in the roll. Be nice to get a couple of wheats out of a single roll. I'm thinking it might be possible that some of these rolls are just normal. Some of them aren't going to have a whole lot in them, and then others, maybe in a different section of the box, which I haven't gotten to yet, are just going to be loaded with wheat pennies and good stuff. So hopefully that my little theory there will be true. But I don't see anything else in that roll other than a few coppers here. Pretty decent on that one actually. We'll go ahead and get into the next. All right guys, we're about 10 rolls in at this point, and I figure why don't we just go ahead and open up our first ender here. This one is going to be the wheat reverse, so go ahead and make your guesses on what you think that one's going to be. Sometimes you can tell just by looking at the back, but this one, it's pretty standard looking, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it up and see what we end up getting out of it. See if I can do this one-handed. It's always a challenge, but I think we can get it done. Just got to be able to get under the paper there. See what we got. And you do one of these, and I think it should be over here on this end. Yep. So let's see what we're gonna have, guys. This is gonna be the wheat ender. Flip it over, and it looks like it's gonna be one of the 40s. So 1945 it looks like. See if we can get that a little better angle. 1945 is actually a pretty common year, but we'll definitely take it. Throw it there next to the other one that we got. Only one wheat so far though, so I'm kind of confused about this, to be honest. Maybe we just have a statistical anomaly. Stay tuned to find out. Alright, so I was getting a little bit worried there for a second, but I think my faith in this box was just restored. Take a look at this. 1 wheat penny and 2 wheat pennies. Check that out, guys. 1946, you see that one's a wheat, and then just 1 coin down under a little bit of foil there, something weird in the roll. There's another one, 1953 Denver, which I think a 53 Denver was the first one that we found. Yep. So we've got 2 53 Denvers out of this box so far, and a 1946, and then we just recently pulled that 1945 off of the end as well. So that's 2 in a roll. Hopefully this is one of those monster rolls that I was theorizing about. We'll see if that is the case in just a second here. We might have more wheats in here. I'm not really sure yet. Haven't taken a look. So I'll just sort through these real quick. You can see how nasty some of those zinc pennies can be, but these look like they're going to be copper. Yeah, both of them are. And then I think it looks like we got a Canadian there at least, but I don't see any other wheat pennies. There's a nice older one, but yep, that's going to be the end of that roll, guys. Just another copper Canadian. That one's 1983. So I do have a little pile of those going. And actually, the cool thing about Canadians, guys, is that they actually don't make Canadian pennies anymore. So basically the only place you're going to find Canadian pennies is in the United States, if you're right along the border there, which I am, being from Michigan. So, all right, guys, that was a pretty good roll. Hopefully we'll get some more of those in the future, and we'll keep going. All right, so 2 rolls later, it looks like we just got ourselves another wheat. Came out wheat side up, and I love to see them like that, because then you can play a little guessing game at what you think the date's going to be. Go ahead and flip it over and see what we got here. 1952 plain. That's something you don't see too often. At least I don't see it too often anyway. So we'll definitely take that one. That adds to the pile here. We got 5 of them so far. You know, pretty good for a box, definitely. And then actually I wanted to show you this one right here. This came out of the previous roll. It's a really nice, just beautiful 1960 Denver. You don't find old copper coins like that in a condition like that very often. So definitely one you want to pull aside and probably put in a 2x2 to keep safe. All right, so I'm gonna open like 2 or 3 more rolls, and then we'll get into another one of those enders. All right, so 2 rolls later, not a whole lot to show for it. I have been getting a decent amount of copper out of each one of these rolls, so that's out of just 1 roll right there. I'll definitely take that any day, but nothing, you know, to show for it other than that. So we're gonna go ahead and pick between these 3 rolls now. I think I'm gonna go with something a little more exotic. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the King George, which we already know is gonna be a King George the 6th. This is a nice old Canadian penny, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that one up. Probably should have just gotten it started so that we could actually get into it a little bit faster here. I know it's, you know, it's a little bit difficult to open these one-handed, but you know, it's definitely doable. So, all right, let's see. Now I forget which end it's on. I want to say it's this one here. Yep, okay, so let's take a look at this, guys. This is our 1943 Canadian. Flip it over the back side. I always forget that the Canadians flip a different way than the American coins, but there you have it. Our King George the 6th, 1943 copper penny. So that is really cool to find. I love finding these things, and honestly, these kind of coins are really what makes it worth it for me. You know, to be able to find Canadian coins. You know, I do love the American coins, but the old Canadians are also very cool, and you know, just happens that I get both of them. So, all right, on to the next roll, guys. All right, guys, we just got a really nice find. Take a look at this here. Now, first of all, I'm not gonna miss this one, okay? I got that one, 2009. Definitely not missing that. But guys, this is what I'm looking at right here. A 1950 Canadian, and if you were paying attention a little bit earlier in the video, I said that the young heads are from 53 up through 64, which means that this is going to be another King George the 6th, 1950 copper Canadian penny. Take a look at that, guys. It's actually in a little bit better condition than the one that we found on the end. It's a little bit older. So yeah, we got 2 of those out of the box so far. That's a good box, and you know, we still have about half of the box to go. So love seeing these old Canadians. Actually been pulling a ton of Canadian coins out. I'm just gonna search the rest of this roll real quick here to see if we have anything else worthwhile. A couple of older 60s there. Those nice high relief but nothing it looks like is going to be in the wheat range. Oh, we just got another 2009. You see, guys, I'm actually looking a little closer when I'm searching on camera. So there's our 2009s. There's that 1960 that we pulled out a little bit earlier. But other than that, it looks like that's going to be it for the nice older coins on that particular roll. So guys, already have two King George VI coins. We haven't had a single young head Canadian yet, but on a few rolls here I'm going to be opening this one right here, which is in just beautiful shape, so we'll see what we have for a year on that one. Alright, let's get into the next roll and see what else we can find. Alright guys, so just a couple rolls later, and I first wanted to show you this because I just pulled it out. It is the shiniest 1974 Denver penny that I have ever seen, and when I saw it like that, I saw it back first, I flipped it and I was thinking this is going to be like 2000s. It might even be a 2017 for all I know, because it's so shiny, but flipped it and that is what I see. What a beautiful coin, man. I want to say that's not even a normal circulating coin. That could be from a proof set or something, but I've actually had a couple of those, so that is a great find right there. But we also just pulled out a 1952 Denver wheat penny here, guys. So take a look at that one. It's got a little bit of wear on it, kind of dirty, but definitely, you know, a good find. It's always good to pull out a wheat, and it's been a few rolls for sure since we've got one, so I'm happy to have that. All right, let's see if we got anything else in this roll. I will be checking these later because, you know, after I go through them real quickly, just to see if we have any more nice, you know, BU circulated coins here. But we'll go ahead and just look for wheat pennies real quick here, see if we got any more in the roll. It doesn't look like it, so we will get on to the next. So just finished the next roll here, and right towards the end I saw a really slick coin. And check this out, guys. This one is just worn to hell. This has been in circulation for a long time. 1952 Denver wheat penny, and as you can see, you look at the back, it's got a nice little rainbow tone on it, so that's pretty cool to see, but it is very worn down. You can see that there's hardly anything left on those wheat stalks, but hey, I'll take it. Nice little toned 1952 Denver. I think we've already got a few of those actually. We got 53s and 52s, but you know, for being halfway through, this is actually a pretty decent amount of wheat pennies to have out of the box so far. All right, so third coin into this roll ended up being a wheat back. So let's take a look at that one and see what we got. 1954D. So now we got 52D, 53D, and 54D. Next is going to be a 55 or a 51, I know it. But guys, after I get through the rest of this roll, we're going to go ahead and open up another one of these ender rolls. Like I said, I think I'm going to go with the Queen Elizabeth because I'm dying to know what's on the back side of that coin. Just a beautiful looking coin right there. Alright, let's finish up this roll and then we'll do that. Alright, so I was not able to get through that roll uneventfully. We just pulled another 1974 Denver coin in just beautiful condition, guys. Check that out. This must have been some sort of a mini collection dump on these coins. Hopefully I haven't missed any of them. Just another great coin right there. We'll go ahead and add it to the other you know, BU looking coins over here. We got two 74 Denvers and one 1960 Denver. But now we're going to go ahead and clear off this copper, and we will get into the next ender roll. So let's see what that's going to look like, guys. Gonna grab it here. This is the Queen Elizabeth on the end. And you know, I'm just really excited to see what date is going to be on that coin. Could be anywhere from 1953 up through 1964, so not a huge range, but definitely excited to see what it's going to be because you do not find Queen Elizabeths in this good condition very often, guys. So a lot of shine still left on that coin. It just looks great. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see what we got. Alright, so I was sort of expecting that. 1964 is going to be the most common year, but still a great find to have it in that good condition. And you know, on the end of the roll nonetheless. So awesome coin right there. I'm expecting a lot out of this roll actually because I don't know, I just looked at the copper and it looks like we might have a decent amount. So we'll see if we got anything just real quick. Go ahead and scan. And we'll see if we got any wheat pennies showing up on the ends. Don't see anything yet, guys. Alright, so it looks like this is just going to be a nice copper roll for us, but we'll go ahead and get into that and then I'll let you know if we find anything on the next. Alright guys, now I am excited. Just got about halfway through this roll. It's been a couple rolls since I had the camera on, and flipped this one out wheat side up. So just looking at this, guys, it looks like this may be a little bit older than what we're typically used to seeing, so I'm excited to flip this over and see what we got. Let's go ahead and do it. 3, 2, 1. Nice, guys. 1925. That is way older than anything we found so far. You usually find these coins in the 40s and 50s, so anything before that is always really great to find. This is almost 100 years old, guys. This is about 92, 93 years old, so that is really, really cool to see, and it's actually in great shape for being that old. You know, I gave it some crap for being, you know, looking a little bit bad, but for the age on that coin, man, that is nice looking. So that is a great coin, guys. We will take that one and put it down here next to the rest. Hopefully we got another little surprise in this roll. That'd be nice to see. That one actually looks copper. Nope, it's not. It's gonna be a zinc. But we'll see if we got anything else here. Doesn't look like it though. So alright, we'll go ahead and get on to the next roll and see what else we can find. Alright, so we are on our last roll before we get into that final ender, and it looks like I just got a wheat penny, guys. It came up face up here. It's a 1944, so a pretty common date there. But I will definitely take that, and I will use this opportunity to go ahead and go through this last roll with you guys before we get into the wheat ender. So I'm gonna go through, you know, sort of the way that I do it, actually looking at each date and making sure to pull aside any copper coins so that you guys can sort of see what the process looks like. A lot of coins I just sort of throw aside thinking that, you know, they're probably not going to be anything. Hey guys, check this out. We just actually got a wheat back here, so it looks like it's going to come out the wheat side up, and we're going to go ahead and flip it in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so it's just a baby in 1958 Denver, and this one also has some weird crap on the face. But hey, that's a 2 wheat roll, so I'll definitely take that. We got a whole bunch of them here, actually, guys. This has been a, you know, it's been a pretty good box for wheat pennies. A little bit slower than I would have liked, for sure, but you know, pretty good for sure. So let's see if we have, if we can make this a 3 wheat penny roll. Doesn't look like it, guys, so that is going to be the last coin right there, a 69 Denver. As you can see, a good amount of copper came out of that roll. Guys, I'm going to grab that ender roll, and we're going to get into that one last. Alright, so here we go, guys, the very last roll of the box. I've already sort of opened it, so it'd be kind of easy to peel off here. Go ahead and see if this roll is going to have anything else good for us, but first, of course, we're going to check out that ender. So here it is right here. And it's going to be a 1947. Wouldn't that be nice if it was a 1943? There's a lot of craze about that going around on YouTube right now. But yeah, so we got a 1947. That's something you don't see too often, so I will definitely take that. And as you can see, actually, you know, we got a pretty good amount, well over 10, probably about 15 wheat pennies out of the box so far. And we do have this last roll to look through. So we'll go ahead and look through it real quick here just to see if we have anything else. And again, I'm just going to go through pulling out any coppers that I see. Sometimes they're tricky, they can be hidden. But you know, we'll just go ahead and see if we can get anything else out of here. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw a wheat penny show up? Here is a 2009. Not going to miss that one because I'm looking real close for you guys right now. And yeah, that'd be really nice if we could get an Indian head out. It's been literally almost 2 years since I have found a Indian head penny out of a box, and I'll tell you what, I have searched quite a few boxes and still haven't been able to get an Indian head. It's been just such a long time. I was very fortunate when I found the first one though. So alright guys, it looks like that's going to be the end of the box, or I think that's actually, let's see what this one is real quick. 1959, so that almost made it as a wheat penny. That is the first year of the Lincoln Memorial cents, but that's not going to make it for us. Alright guys, so that does conclude the box, and here's what we have to show for it. So starting up here, we have a whole bunch of 2009s. This is our pile of Canadians today. It's actually way bigger than it usually is. Pulled out a whole bunch of 2017 Ps, didn't show those, but that is something that you do want to look for today. It's a very collectible coin. And then here we have our Wheaties. So these are from the 40s. We got 4 of those, and then we got about 8 of them from the 50s. So that's 12, and then it looks like we had one more that I showed you guys. This was probably one of my favorite coins out of the box. 1925, so you definitely don't find older coins like that too often. We got two King Georges. One of them was on the end, this one the 1943. And then we also got one in the middle of the roll. This one's a 1950. And then we got two 1964 young heads. This one is definitely the better of the two. Still has some of its luster on there, so that's really cool to see. And then we also got two dimes. Those came out in the beginning, so we're definitely making a little bit of money here. And then we had three really nice, just MS looking coins here. These two are 1974s, and this is a 1960D. So overall, guys, this was a really good hunt. Pennies are probably one of my favorite coins to hunt, next to probably nickels. And actually, if you guys take a look at this, I just made this out of all of the penny and nickel boxes that I've hunted. I actually have way more than this, but these are just some of them, so that's pretty cool. I thought, I'd put it together with duct tape on the back. Nice little surface to do some coin roll hunting on. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to go down below and leave a like on the video. Really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every once in a while. I also do live streams every single week. At least that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and once again, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin's Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.